All right, three, two, one. Hey everybody, Harry Welchel here. Today I have Keval from London, United Kingdom. And we're going to be talking about how Keval got his first high ticket sale and client in about 45 days, um,
Yeah.
all while in university as well. Yourself, studying?
Uh, yeah.
Nice, man. All right, so why don't I turn it over to you? Can you just briefly introduce yourself and share a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah. I'm a second year student at King's College in London, and through Harry, yeah. So we worked on helping. So I was helping students getting into university, into top universities in the UK, helping them study better, be more productive, and yeah, just helping them with application and everything. And yeah, that's how it's going so far.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So like who in particular do you help? So it's like high school students?
Yeah, but high school students, secondary school students, 16 or 17, and yeah, so year 12 and year 13.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing it?
So for now, it's been 45 days.
Just getting started.
Started, yeah, and already
Awesome.
seeing amazing.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So what do you think, like what drew you to helping these types of folks?
So I myself, when I was applying to university, I didn't really know kind of how to have the best application, what universities wanted, and also studying wise, I was studying hours and hours, and then some of my friends would study less, maybe only a couple of hours, and I was wondering what's the difference. And then I know it's like, yeah, and then I was like, maybe I went through the process, and then I got a place at a really good university in the UK, and I thought I could help other students with exactly the same problems I had. And yeah, that's kind of how I came about going with all of that.
And what do you think if, I bet there's a ton to it, but like at a high level, what are the key things kind of to preparing for college applications and studying well?
So it was really only two things. It was getting the grades, getting excellent grades, and also having a really strong application. So having extracurriculars, lots of work experience, and knowledge of that field. So yeah, so I help people with getting good grades and also in less time, so being productive, learning efficiently and effectively, and then having a really good application.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome. So what are some like techniques for being more efficient with your time and studying and things like that?
Yeah, so it'd be, for example, using active recall, spaced repetition, time blocking, because most students just take notes and write down notes and read through it. But it's actually kind of getting that knowledge out there and maybe even teaching it to someone else. Just methods like that. And then also with finding work experience, being able to network, being able to communicate effectively, build relationships and connections in a particular field. And then, yeah, land an internship or work experience for a couple of weeks, which would be good in the personal statement, which is kind of like that essay they used to get into university.
Nice. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So what do you think makes you guys in particular unique when it comes to helping high schoolers with studying and college prep?
So most tutors nowadays just are subject specific. So, for example, economics, maths, they'll teach them all the knowledge. But most schools, especially in the UK, they give you all the support, all the knowledge, all the textbooks and everything. But they don't really show how to kind of absorb this information, retain it, and how to study amongst other activities and everything. So that's what I was helping students with. And also, these schools have so many students to help with, especially with application. They don't really get one-to-one guidance and support with application, writing it all out, communicating efficiently and effectively, conveying points really well. So that's what I was helping students with as well. And they don't really get that support elsewhere.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. So you have like your a lot of your strategy and tactics are more general and can be applied across different topics that they may have to study and prepare for.
Yeah, all subjects at all levels, really. Yeah.
Cool. Very, very cool. So let's go back kind of the beginning before we were working together, maybe like a month or two before that. Kind of what were you doing at that time before you started working with me?
So I was just focusing on the getting good grades part, which was just a small element of the bigger picture. And I was trying to find clients going through different means, but I didn't really have really that much direction. I didn't really know what works and what doesn't work. and how to really build relationships with people who actually want this service and actually want help with this. Um, and yeah, I was also targeting all types of students, so I hadn't really honed down on a specific kind of avatar ideal clients. Kind of just like throwing spaghetti on a wall and just kind of seeing what sticks, and like nothing really sticking.
Had you tried to get leads yet or anything like that?
From before, I hadn't had any leads. I hadn't had any strategy sessions either.
Okay, got it, got it. And so, were you trying to generate leads yet, or were you just kind of like still in planning mode?
I'd done all the planning and everything. I was actually trying. So I was trying to go through Facebook, trying to build connections and everything. But I wasn't really sure what to do and how to go about doing it. And yeah,
Um, okay, cool. Were you trying anything else other than Facebook?
Facebook. At that time, no, just Facebook that I used. Yeah.
Any like, did you have any like, so were you doing mostly like kind of organic outreach, like pitching people, or were you going to Facebook groups? Like, what were you doing on Facebook?
Yeah. So before I was going to Facebook groups, adding just a bunch of people in the group, and then some people would accept, some wouldn't, and the people that would accept, I would just try and kind of just shoot them a message saying, "Oh, I do this. Would you like help on this?" And not many people would reply, and the people that would reply wouldn't really seem that interested on getting onto a call. Yeah, so that's kind of how I was going about before.
So how was that experience? Was it was it frustrating at all, or was it you're thinking, oh, like this must be just sales, like this is just really hard, and if I just keep doing it, eventually someone will come through.
It was super frustrating because I put so many hours into it. Every day I would wake up really early and just do as much as possible until Facebook would like actually limit me day in, day out, and just seeing no results. And then also seeing other people who are seeing results doing the same thing. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Is it my niche? What is it? I wasn't really able to identify the problem. That was like really annoying.
Yep, got it, got it. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to tell. Like I remember when I was starting out, like sometimes you think, oh, well, maybe I know like starting a business is supposed to be hard, so maybe this is just hard, and like it's gonna
Yeah.
work eventually. But it's like so ambiguous, and you don't really know, is it something I'm doing wrong, or is it just the way it is? You know?
Yeah. Because I have no experience in business, because I'm a student myself, so I wasn't really sure how I should be going about doing it, what kind of works was a good indication that I'm on the right path and
Yep,
things like that. Yeah.
yep. So where did you first hear about me?
It was through, I think it was through a referral and also through a Facebook group. Yeah.
And like, yeah, so the referral was Jawad, right?
But yeah,
How do you
because
guys know each other?
he targeted students as well, and he looked like he was having amazing success. So I think I sent him a message some time ago saying, "Do you have any help? Like I'm not making any progress." And then we jumped on a call. He said, "You're doing amazing stuff." And I remember I went through your profile and you had loads of interviews, so I knew you'd help tons of people see results. So then that's when we started getting in touch.
Okay, cool, very cool. And so, yeah, what piqued your interest in what Jawad had to say and what you saw kind of initially with me?
It was the fact that he was going through similar groups, because I remember going through groups and seeing him there, and his strategy was completely different to mine. So I knew kind of he knew what he was doing, and he also had really good results, and I hadn't had any at the time. So that was like I was like kind of wondering like what am I doing wrong? What's he doing right? And yeah,
Nice, nice. That's cool. That's interesting that you guys are, I guess you're doing different problems, different offers, but serving similar markets, and that he was willing to like get on a call with you and like talk to you and give you some advice. That's pretty cool.
really helped. We spoke. I was trying to get as much information out and try and learn as much as possible. And he said like you're the go-to guy. So I think I'm not sure if you sent me a message or if I sent you a message, but yeah, it was great.
I think he introed us, if I remember. Yeah, in
Yeah.
messaging. Um, yeah, so like walk me through. All right, so it's been about 45 days since we worked together. Can you speak to maybe like one or two high level things that's really helped you that we've done together, since we got started?
So first it was hunting and farming, building these relationships with people, kind of how to do it, the way to, and also the sales scripts, for me was really helpful. Kind of being able to go through how kind of to structure everything and speak correctly and convey the points in the best way possible. That really helped. And yeah, it was mainly those two things which are really great.
So how many have you had a number of quick chats and strategy sessions now?
Quick chats, I think I've had about around 10, maybe 8 to 10.
Hmm?
And strategies, I had, I think it was about 4 or 5. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So how did you get in touch with the the client that you're working with now? Where did they come in through?
So it was through an app, a neighborhood app in the UK called Nextdoor, and I used the same process. So it was still the same things you taught, just on a different platform, which was really good. We built the relationship and everything, and then I got them onto a call and followed your advice and everything, your sales scripts, which worked amazingly. And yeah, that's how I got the client.
Okay. Yeah, well, so let's dig into this some. So Nextdoor, we have it here in the US. It's like a local forum, you know. It kind of they're kind of like Facebook groups, but they're around like local topics and things like that. So were you in some sort of like forum or group on Nextdoor, and that's where you got connected?
So I just made a post on it saying I provide these services. If you're looking for help, just shoot me a message.
Great.
And yeah, someone just contacted me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is there like a direct message function on Nextdoor?
No, so I left my number at the bottom of the post, and then she just texted me, and we just followed through from there.
And then at that point, you just texted back and forth. Okay. And then got it. Okay, cool. So as you advance them through that point, quick chat strategy sessions, any interesting like takeaways or aha moments for you in that process?
Um, it was mainly the sales call. Just everything I would say, they would get more and more excited and willing to like really just get on board as soon as possible. I would say something and then another thing, and then they would be like, "Oh my god, this is perfect." That was like, "Wow, this is amazing."
That's so cool. Okay, very, very cool. Yeah, so um, you could feel them getting more and more sold through the conversation on the plan you were putting forward, you, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we don't have to get into pricing if you don't want to. Either way is fine. But like in terms of actually getting them to buy, was there a lot of resistance, or was it, they basically said yes pretty quickly?
They said yes straight away. I was a bit nervous on my end because obviously I'm a student. I've never charged such prices before.
Yeah.
Um, because I said the pricing, they were on board. They said, "Yep, that's reasonable," and we're happy to transfer it.
And so they paid on the call in full.
Uh, it was just straight after the call. I just dropped my bank details and they made the transfer.
How did it feel?
It felt amazing. Probably an amazing experience. Just knowing that like I can provide a service, especially at this age, that is actually worth something, and someone would be willing to pay for it, which I never thought would be possible.
Yep. It's like I talk a lot with you guys about like milestones and stuff. So it's like whenever you hit these milestones, it's not even about goals. It's like I feel like getting your first client is a bigger milestone than getting your first 10. Because if once you get one, you're like, oh, I can do that 5 or 10 more times. Like you become so confident, you know?
For sure, exactly. Yeah.
Um, that's awesome. So what's kind of next for you? Like what do you have on deck for the next like 3 to 4 weeks planned?
So still working with students and maybe solving other problems that they're having, not just getting into university, maybe communication skills, confidence, things like that, and following the same principles and everything. And yeah, just working through that.
Okay, so we got this new client, and obviously we need to work with them and get them results. So we're gonna have that going. Are you planning on like continuing to do lead gen and bring in a couple more clients, as well?
I was thinking of I was thinking of doing that, and then also I thought maybe there's also bigger problems that students have besides just getting into university. So I was thinking that might be worth exploring. So we'll kind of just see, kind of just test what works and go with that, really.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're still um, trying to hone in on exactly what you want to offer, which is totally fine. You're just getting started. Um, But I would keep on the message that you have right now. I would keep on the current offer, and then just do a lot of quick chats, and then you can kind of see through the quick chats what whether you need to expand it, tweak it, tune it. But the fact that someone's bought, that's a really good sign. It's like resist the temptation of just like changing things, you know,
Yeah,
because you can.
and just well, yeah, sure.
Yep. Yeah. Um, and maybe there's more to next door. Maybe there's other ways you can better leverage that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, have any other areas of your life, personally, professionally, improved?
Um, Mainly the confidence, just knowing that I'm able to this is able to work. I'm able to have a consultancy business that works, and I'm able to land on client without much time. It didn't take that long to land. Which is good. And also other areas I'd say, especially with fees in the UK. Um, I'm sure
Kaval,
working like and doing this would help.
hey Kaval, can you
Yeah,
hear me? The internet's going in and out.
yeah. Can you
Let
hear
me
me?
just. I'm gonna change my network real quick and see if this fixes it. Yes. All right. So we just had some network connectivity issues. We'll see if this is any better. So Kaval, I was just asking you about, were there any other areas of your life, personally and professionally, that improved from working with me?
Yeah. So firstly, the confidence, knowing I'm able to start a business that can actually get money, can land clients. Just knowing that made me feel amazing. And also, otherwise being a student and living in London, having to pay tuition fees and accommodation fees, being able to work and have a reliable way source of income, which is amazing, and is literally just what I need as a student. So yeah, so both really aspects, both personal and kind of financial, and yeah, aspects have improved.
That's awesome, man. Dude, I'm so excited for you. This is great. It's really good that you're learning this stuff at such a young age. It will pay dividends over a very
Yeah.
long time. Um, so going back to kind of us, our conversation, initial conversation, our sales call, why did you decide to do business with me?
So firstly, it was because I saw two testimonials of yours. It was Jawaz and I think Riaz, and both of them were students working in the student niche. And I had never seen anyone work in this and seen results, such amazing results. And through working with you, they saw amazing results. I thought you kind of knew what you were doing, and you had really good advice to offer. So kind of that's what really sparked my interest.
Okay. And was there anything that really kicked you over the fence, so to speak, at the end?
Um, I would say mainly those two things, and also your method of getting clients predictably and then closing them as well.
Cool. Okay, awesome. So, would you recommend others work with me?
For sure, 100%. With a consultancy business and getting clients predictably and closing them, I would definitely recommend you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Who do you think in particular I'm a good fit for?
I would say anyone just looking to scale up, get more clients predictably, and really also refine their offer and what service they're providing. Because I remember before I wasn't really sure about what to offer and what was kind of needed, but you gave me a lot of clarity on that, which is good.
Awesome. So, why should someone listening take action right now?
Um, just to make the most progress as soon as possible and not waste any time, because there's so much potential to learn and grow. I would say just kind of to make most of that opportunity as soon as possible.
Excellent. Excellent. That makes a ton of sense. So, Kaval, this has been fantastic, man. I'm really excited to see what you do in the next month or two. Um, just two more questions for you. So, my last question is, what is your number one piece of advice for other coaches and consultants?
I'd say just keep at it, because I know for me, the first couple of months, I didn't really see many results. I was kind of struggling by myself, and I would just say not to give up and just to keep going at it and trying new things and just going through trial and error and kind of seeing what works, what doesn't work, and just keep at it.
Awesome. Awesome. So, if people want to learn more about you, where can they find out more about you online?
Um, they could, if you type in my name Keval into Facebook, they'll be able to find my name. I don't have a website just yet, but I'll be looking into kind of getting one. And yeah,
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much.
thank you.
All right, talk soon.
Bye bye.